Meowdy, and welcome. My name's en-viss, my pronouns are they, them, and this is my Flosstube channel, Sleepy Goblin Crafts, where I talk about all things cross-stitch, and sometimes other things if I feel like it. I want to first thank all of the helpful folks who, in my last video, gave me really helpful suggestions for correcting my finishing mistake on the witchy without coffee finish, as well as giving helpful tips on my beading question that I had before I started my Mill Hill and my Mirabilia. So thank you guys to all of y'all who helped a bitch out, because I'm still really clueless when it comes to this sort of stuff. So today is a very special day because it is my 10th video, as well as we are celebrating over 100 subscribers. So stick around for later in the video. I have a giveaway I'd like to do, and get comfy, grab some snacks. This is probably going to be a long one because I've got a lot to talk about, and y'all know I like to yap. Let's go. Before we dig into my projects, I want to do a quick shout out to Catherine at Blue Box Stitcher. She has a recent video where she talks about some vintage patterns and provides really helpful information on buying secondhand. If you don't know where to start and you're looking to get into the market for buying something that's vintage or secondhand, her video is really nice. Goes over a bunch of different platforms that you can use, what to look out for when you're buying secondhand. Definitely check it out. Check out her floss tubes too. She has a lot of great projects that she's working on right now. One of them is a vintage dimensions wizard kit, and I'm a little jealous because it's on my wish list. And I don't know what it is about these stupid vintage wizard patterns that I am obsessed with. I don't know where that came from, quite frankly, but definitely check out her channel. So we are going to jump right into finishes. So I only have one, and you guys, if you've watched my previous video, you are familiar with this monstrosity that I don't want to say was a half-assed attempt at a finish, but it's sure is something. I was trying to do a flat fold and it just didn't really happen, right? We're going to pretend that doesn't exist. I have a SAF. I have a start and finish of Wicked Without Coffee 2.0. And I attempted to do a gradient with the color between Wicked and Coffee. It was kind of successful, you know. You can't really tell. There is a small gradient here from the top of Wicked down, and obviously you can tell with Coffee there is two colors, but it wasn't as successful as I was hoping. That's okay. If you look really close, you can tell that this is a dark, like brown black, and this is a dark red black. It's fine. I couldn't stand looking at the other one, so I was like, fuck it, it's an easy stitch, I'm just gonna redo it. So I did. I did it on another scrap piece of 14 count fiddler's cloth that I have. This is a pattern by Primrose Cottage Stitches from their 13 Spooky Small Book. And I picked up this fabric from a local quilt shop that is nearby. It's got some cute little potion bottles, some mushrooms, and some spider webs on it. And honestly, it feels appropriate. I'm going to use this, I think, as the actual like backing instead of that dark blue. And I will finish this onto just like a board with black fabric and have that be secured on top of this. Will I add rickrack to this? Who knows? Maybe. My mom's not really a frilly person, so probably not. But I showed her this fabric and she really likes it, so that's good enough for me. When this will be actually finished, I don't know. Since, you know, the other one was so successful of a finish. Let's move along into works in progress. What whips am I working on? Well, I have 5 to show you guys today. First being Court of Crows. This is a stitch along by Fine Frog Stitching. And I am staying up to date with it, which I am very proud of myself. Because if I'm going to be honest, I am getting just a little tired of it. I think that's just how I'm realizing my brain works for stitching. Because I started this stitch along at the end of February, which was only 3 months along into my stitching obsession. And I've learned a lot about how I stitch. It's only been 7 months, so I mean there's still a lot that I'm learning. But this is a pretty dense stitch. Like there's a lot of color changes. I mean, it adds so much beautiful detail, but it's definitely a challenge for me to sometimes keep up with on a weekly basis. So it's a lot, but it makes it look really good. So this week there is this portrait we are going to be filling, and I'll probably work on that over the weekend. So slowly but surely it's coming together and it's looking great. Next is another stitch along I'm participating in. This is the Burrow Tales by Quaternion Creations. This is part 1 and the very, very small start of part 2 right here. I obviously am nowhere near caught up, which is fine. I'm not intending to try and catch up on this. I started it late. I knew it wasn't really going to be achievable for me to reasonably catch up. They're already on part 4, which, I mean, the stitch along goes through October. So there is, in theory, technically plenty of time for me to catch up, but I just have so many other projects that I want to work on that I'm just working on this as I go. Which I love this. Let me tell you about it. So I am stitching this on 18 count Oaken, and I am doing a Pirate and Robin floss conversion. The brown is mushroom, the green is moss, and this blue brown is woodland breeze. I love working with this variegated floss. This is the first time that I'm working with something so highly variegated. I am trying to be conscious of where my stitching path is so that I'm not just getting like lines. Like I'm stitching in like 4 to 5 blocks, circles, to try and, like, at least in this one, I was trying to like make it look spotty in the wings, which I think I was fairly successful. So that's what I'm going to be doing for all of the animals. I'm going to be using this Woodland Breeze color, and each animal will be this blue-brown. The rest of the pattern I'm going to stick mostly to what is charted, whereas like the bulk of the tree is the brown, and there are some accent colors like the mosses and like the leaves and mushrooms that are throughout the pattern. Those are going to be green. If I'm feeling adventurous, I might throw in another color. We'll see. I want to try and stick to keeping it just the 3. I'm already branching so far from the path by making the animals this blue. So I'm really looking forward to continuing though, and starting. I'm almost done with the tree. There's not a ton left on this side, and then I'll be able to work on the branch that comes out, and then I'll get started on the squirrel. Next whip on the list is technically a mini finish. I finished the spring section for Nature's Journey. This is by Sprouting Lupine from the Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is their year-long stitch-along that they are doing. It is designed by Sprouting Lupine, and I love this. I'm so happy with how this section turned out. My favorite, without a shadow of a doubt, is this snail. This bee is in a close second place. I'm excited. I'm gonna start the summer portion on the summer solstice, which is June 20th. So next Friday. This is being done on 32 count cypress from Fiber on a Whim, and I am using called for DMC 2/2. I have nothing else to say. I love it. It's a good time. The last whip I have to share. I was not planning on working on this project this week, but therapy was really rough Tuesday. So I pulled out Grief is Love Preserving. This is by Witch's Garden Crafts. I am doing this on 14 count Spellbound from Forbidden Fiber Co. I am using a combination of overdyed flosses, including Classic Colorworks, Gentle Art, and Rossi Floss Co. Like I said, I was not intending on working on this. Honestly, I don't really foresee myself ever really having an intention to work on it until I need to work on it. This is what I am affectionately calling my sad project when I feel like absolute garbage. And it's honestly a really nice project to work on when you just need to have one color and go. So I really enjoy working on it. It's a very calming piece for me. I know the color of the tree is kind of backwards. I didn't do that intentionally, but I'm just rolling with it. I like the lighter look of the like the base of the tree, and the leaves are dark. So it kind of gives it that imperfect, perfect look, in my opinion. We'll see when I need to work on this next, because I won't know until it happens. First of the starts that I'd like to share with you guys is Mushroom Cottage by Flossie Fox Shop. This is being done on 18 count jade from Picture This Plus. It is so much tinier than I expected. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what, I don't do visual projections in my head very well in terms of when I see the finished size of something, those numbers mean nothing to me. So when I see something that's 5 by 7, 5 by 5, I'm like, oh, that's a normal photo size. That's a relatively decent size. But that's for 14 count, and this is 18. So this guy is gonna be tiny as hell. I love how the clouds have started coming out I am obsessed with this flying pig. I started this twofold. One, this is part of the Reddit Discord server Stitch Along, with the theme that is magic. Has a dragon in it, has a flying pig in it. It's a mushroom cottage. It's very magical. But then I also realized that this could double as a Strawberry Moon Stitch Along start because the dragon is a strawberry dragon. So, you know, I am really enjoying working on this. I don't know when I'm going to pick it up again next. I would like to keep regular progress on this. So, and it's not very big. It's like I want to say it's less than 5,000 stitches. So less than 3,000 stitches actually, thinking about it. Either way, this is not going to be difficult to keep up, like working on and or finish. So I'm sure you will see it soon, as most flossy fox shop patterns are. This is very much like just a rainbow of color, which is great. My other Strawberry Moon start is Strawberry Cat Farmer by Stitch Sprout. And this is where I'm at. It's a very modest start. I've got her hands and the beginning of the basket started. I am doing this on 18 count vintage from BeStitchMe, and I am using the called for DMC. And look at her dainty little hands. She's so cute. I love this. I had originally wanted to start this like a while ago. Like when I first saw this pattern, it was back in December when I was working on a gift for a coworker. And I had told Sean, I was like, when I finish this gorilla as a present, I am going to buy this pattern and stitch it. And he was like, okay, yeah, go ahead. And then I never did. Not that I forgot about the pattern. That's not what happened. Other patterns came and went, and this remained in my Etsy shopping cart for 6 months. And then the Strawberry Moon sale comes along, and I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. I am taking it. So that's what I did. I think she's going to be perfect. I plan on finishing her as like a standing doll, kind of like the Stacey Nash Animal Crackers. She, I think, is the perfect height. I want to say, like, she's like, the top of her head is like here, and then the bottom of her is like here. So I think she's like the perfect height to make a standing doll. And she would go great next to my small collection of gardening books on the bookshelf. And I have her floss collection here as well. Lots more muted colors, as you can tell. Lot more brown and like earthy greens and some reds in there. I personally love the color palette. It's very cozy, very homey. And the last start is June's Stitch for Pride 2025, Mary Jones. This is a stitch along designed and hosted by Dee of Dee's 20 Stitches. I am stitching this on the called for 18 count resistance by Mislaid Pages, and I am using the DMC color conversion. So I've done the top of Mary Jones's comb, and there is black work in here that I'm probably gonna do in like a gold or dark yellow, just to continue the theme of complementary contrasting colors in the patterns. So I haven't done any of the reading for Mary Jones yet. The synopsis for her is that she is unfortunately not very well documented. She doesn't have any accounts that have been written by her or told by her personally. A lot of the information we have is secondhand, but all we really know from the synopsis is that she was a Black trans woman who worked in a brothel. So I'm looking forward to digging into her history and seeing what kind of impact she had in the history of queer folk. I'm really enjoying working on this pattern. It's obviously symmetrical, like both sides are the same, and it's kind of like the pattern, because it's repetitive, is soothing to work on. So this has been a joy to work on. And with that, I'd like to get into the giveaway. This is my thank you to all of you guys who have decided you like watching me yap and go on 10-minute long tangents that honestly could probably be cut, but who am I kidding? As a thank you, I would like to give away 2 patterns from my stash. The first is Seasonal Courier Robin Spring. This is by Robin Pickens. This is a pass the stash. I did this pattern as a birthday present for my mother-in-law. I made a working copy, so this one is not marked up. You are free to do with it as you wish. Please be over the age of 18 so that you can legally give me your address. Please do not say words like giveaway or win, anything that might attract bots or trolls. I think those are the only hard rules, right, for these sorts of things. If you are interested in receiving Robin's Spring, please use the word Robin in your comment. I will be using the fancy comment picker when I go to make my next video in 2 to 3 weeks. So the winners of this will be selected then. The next pattern I'd like to gift is Lizzie Kate Tiny Tidings 3. This is a pattern that I found while thrifting, and I know how crazy some of y'all go for Christmas for Christmas patterns. So this is, I know Lizzie Kate does still put out patterns. I don't believe this one is out of print, but this is a original, like this is a actual like photo. This is one of her older patterns. This is from 1998. If you would like to win Tiny Tidings, which includes all 3 patterns, unfortunately, it does not include the little embellishments like the bells. It's just the pattern. Please comment Tidings, Tidings, in the comments for a chance to receive Tiny Tidings. So, 2 patterns I hope you guys like. Once I film my next video, I will let y'all know who is the lucky recipient of these. Again, I'm blown away. My heart is full. Like, there's over 100 of you guys here. There's over 250 of you guys on Instagram. And I'm just little old me. So to know that there are so many of you guys who value watching and listening to me I don't know what to say. Thank you. With all of that, I'd like to go into plans because I have a lot. My first major plan is to finish kitting up You're in the Woods to the wolf. I picked up this 18 count cactus wren, which is a little bit darker than the called for, which is Legacy by Picture This Plus. This is Cactus Wren by Fox and Rabbit. And I did also pick up the Classic Colorworks Trail Dust. I believe I have actually all of the colors except maybe one. I'm pretty sure I have all of the colors except maybe one. So this is going to be really easy to kit up. I am going to be starting this for Sean's birthday. He is his favorite animal outside of crows are wolves. So this feels appropriate to start for his birthday, which is at the end of the month. So that'll be easy to finish kitting up. I'm not too concerned. I also will be starting work on Against the World, which is by Marumi Design. I picked up this. It is A History of Violets from StitchManDarcy. He is a Canadian dyer. The light is washing this out. It is not blue purple like this. It is very much purple. Like it's a purple. What if yeah, no, unfortunately it is not this blue purple. It is like purple. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, even like holding it back here, unfortunately. And I don't have any other type of light source. All you're getting is the natural light from the window, unfortunately. Sorry. Well, regardless. I am also going to be pairing this werewolf from Pirate and Robin to use as the monochrome color for the pattern. I only picked up one skein. I might need two. I guess we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But my intention is to have this be the non-binary flag color palette for the pattern. It felt right. I saw this color way, which is this black, gray to yellow. And I was like, I need to put that on a purple fabric because that's the non-binary flag colors. This is why I'm bummed that the color is not, that this is getting washed out and it's showing up more blue, because that's not the non-binary flag. It is very much a purple. So you're gonna have to trust me on this one. I'm very excited to start this though. This is probably going to be a start alongside finally getting started on Fairy House, which is a buttons and beads kit. It's very cute. I'm finally going to start it. Wish me luck. I also plan on finishing the June Stitch for Pride. I believe I'm over halfway. Like, there's not a ton of stitching left, so I can definitely finish that in the next week. Lastly, I'm going to be planning another Flosstube Extra. This is going to be my mid-year whip parade with a very special guest. Sean is going to be joining me. We are going to go over my whips. We're going to talk about basically what it's been like the last 7-ish months now that I'm getting into a groove with stitching, and also possibly talk about what it's like being queer in a straight passing relationship. So be on the lookout for that one. It's probably going to come out next week sometime. At least that's my hope. We are going to go right into haul. So if you are not interested in that sort of thing, I completely understand. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. So I watched for the first time Vicky of StitchNButton. She does, I guess, like monthly live streams where she will go through inventory and share items that are for sale. So one of the things that I picked up was this crow needle minder from her. If it will focus on the crow and not my face or the outside window. There we go. And I also picked up this cute little ort bed with this adorable rabbit fabric. It's super cute. I have been wanting to get an ort bed because of where I stitch at my desk. The pile of threads that collects, it's very easy for them to just get scattered to the wind. So I saw this and was like, this is cute, I need it. So I picked these up, as well as last Saturday, myself and a couple of friends went to the we did not go to the Summerween retreat, but we did go to the trunk show that was there, where House of Stitches and the Golden Familiars were vending. So from Golden Familiars, I picked up this cute needle minder that says, "Hello Darkness, my old friend." It is a cute little cat with a witch hat. I thought that was very precious, so I picked that one up. And then from House of Stitches, I picked up some patterns, including Rufus, who is adorable. I don't necessarily care for all of the animal crackers. Like, don't get me wrong, there are very, very cute animal crackers, but this animal cracker crumb series is just as darling, and I love that he has a little accessory that says circus. So he is very cute and will eventually be stitched, I'm sure. I also picked up this chart, which is Cato Lantern from Luminous Fiber Arts. Again, very adorable. This is super, super cute. I don't know. I don't have any Halloween patterns, so I saw this and I was like, well, this is a small, easy stitch, and it's Halloween, so I'm gonna get it. Because, you know, that's what the retreat was for. Summerween. Halloween patterns. And lastly, I saw this and I immediately scooped it up, which is Hello Halloween, which is a book by Teresa Kogut. And the main reason I picked this up is because of these dancing cats. Like, are you kidding me? These are adorable. There's a few other patterns in here as well that I saw and was like, well, I need these. Including this Black Cat Broom Co. Super cute. And let me see here. These vintage cats. I really like this one on the right. They look so mischievous, like they're up to no good. And I love that. And there's a few other patterns in here as well, but those were the main ones, and obviously the sampler. Because I like the dancing cats and also this bottom part too, with the cat on the fence and this tree. This is a very good design. So I was very excited. I think this was like the last copy they had on hand, so I immediately grabbed it. Lastly, I was reached out by Sasha of Pavatrulia, which is a Ukrainian designer. They have an Amazon page that I will link in the description below. They also have an Etsy account as well for non-US folk. But she kindly sent me this kit, this bookmark kit for Red Mushroom. Look at how adorable this is. The little snail at the top. Super cute. So this is gonna get stitched pretty soon here. Like next couple of weeks, I guarantee you I will start it. Other happenings, other shenanigans. What is going on? Oh, not a ton. I'ma be honest. Work has kicked my ass the last couple of weeks, and this week has been rough, just in general. Still playing 14. The most recent patch dropped, which gives us access to Opulent Crescent, which is the relic weapon grind, and it's hard. It's hard. Collection of the items needed for said weapon grind, not going great. I am at 2 out of... Let me see. You need 3 of 6. Like 3 of the same 6 types of gems. And I only have 2 different gems, 1 of each. It's not going great. It's a very low chance drop for those items. So it's going to be a long process for me. Outside of that, I'm existing. I am surviving. And I hope you are surviving too. I know right now, and I say this every time, it's rough. It's hard right now. But I want to send a reminder that we have to hold hope in our hearts. Because if we don't, we have everything to lose. So, please, keep holding onto the smallest amount of joy that you can find in your everyday life. And I don't care if it's the most mundane fucking thing. Find it, hold it, and remember that you and everyone else on this godforsaken rock will make it through. So, with that being said, please take care of yourself. I will see you next time. Bye. I don't know where that came from, quite frankly. This is a pretty dense, I mean, as most foxy floss shop, wow. That's why I'm kind of bummed that this is not, there's a hawk that keeps swooping between the trees and it's distracting.